Hi, my name is Natalie Shurtleff, and I am a player on the Clemson women's lacrosse team, and I'm excited to announce that I am an FCL athlete. FCL has had such an impact on my game, and it is inspiring to see what Deemer and his team are doing for the next group of collegiate athletes. Wall ball is one of my favorite drills to get done outside of practice, and it is a fundamental skill for every young lacrosse player. I started off going dominant hand, same side. Then I like to do across the body in a Canadian. Then I catch across the body. Then I like to throw in behind the backs and around the worlds. And then end with Twizzlers and scoops. And that is my wall ball. The advice I would give a young athlete trying to find her place on a team would be to make sure to learn from older players and watch what they're doing, and also to get practice and reps outside of practice to make the in-game situations easier. Over the years, I've improved my shooting and finishing by getting extra reps outside of practice and making sure that I do reps on the run. I think catching on the run is one of the most important things that a player can do, and doing that has really helped me as a player. For two-way midfielders, the advice I would give is to really focus on defensive techniques because it is an important part of the game that is often forgotten for middies. Also to focusing on conditioning because conditioning is very important as you get to the college game where the play moves much faster. Throughout the recruiting process, I was told again and again to find a supportive environment where I feel safe as a player and as a person. Clemson has been the perfect environment for that, and I couldn't be happier to be here now. When watching film, I like to focus on the other team and see what they do on the draw along with the draw circle. Additionally, I like to look at the defense and see which teams have weaknesses in certain areas and when to double or press out. When watching film of myself, I like to look at my dodging tactics and see where the defense shifts so I know where the pass should go in the future. One of the most important parts of the game is having a great stick and pocket. I like to use STX and find that it helps me so much in the game. I think that as a midfielder, it's important to have a good stick, and it helps me pick up ground balls along with finish and shoot. One shooting drill I like to do outside of practice to make sure that I'm getting full extension is to start on the elbow. From there, I head up the 8 and then turn the corner. Turning the corner allows me to get full extension back with my body and then follow through. I like to make sure that I get my back fully turned to the goal to make sure that my whole body is going through with the shot. One of the drills I like to do to get some extra practice is to start adjacent to the elbow, drift up the field, and then do a dodge down the alley. I start near the elbow, then slowly drift up and try and get a position where I can dodge. I like to create a lot of space between the defender and then attack them head on, make a move, and finish. When finishing at low angles, I think it is important to use a lot of fakes and also make sure that you keep the ball low and away from the goalie stick. Because you're on top of the goalie, it's important to finish low as well. What has helped me bounce back from a bad game or a mistake is having a next play mindset. I think it is important to understand that mistakes are bound to happen, but they shouldn't define you or your game. My advice was just to enjoy it as it lasts and make sure you're taking a lot of mental health breaks.